Oh, Bella. Very sweet. Look at that little high vis. Have you seen anything so fucking cute in all your life?
Very adorable.
You are the sweetest little girl, aren't you?
Does Bella live in Bristol?
Yes. Oh, yeah.
She's Bristolian.
No, she's Cornish. Cornish pooch. She is.
She's a Cornish dog.
You live in
Does
Bristol
she
now?
know that we're-
Yeah.
Why is that then?
Best.
Yeah.
Hello and welcome to Centre of the Universe podcast with me, Jayde Adams.
And me, Josh Eggleton.
And Bella the dog.
Bella the dog. And we've not taken any inspiration from Gone Fishing.
No. Was a podcast about Bristol being the centre of the universe, but now we've just decided to steal the entire format of Gone Fishing. And Bella's part of it now. She's about ready to go. Look at her.
She's like, I've had enough now. What? No, she wouldn't jump off there, would she?
She's doing really well, though. Well done. Never worked with dogs and children and animals, they say, but you've smashed it, Bella. Do you want me to get you down, girl?
Well, she might if she likes to be picked up.
Yeah.
Come here then, miss.
Bye, you two.
Very sweet.
Here we are in a field at Love Saves the Day Festival.
Look at
Woo!
Yeah.
How cool is this? I know I've said it before, I'll say it again. We've got the keys to the city, bruv.
It's right here, isn't it? Look at that.
Look at this. We've got a view of our town. We're in Ashton Court. There's a giant stage over there. So Love Saves the Day is one of Bristol's biggest festivals, and they have been absolute legends. And let us record the pod here.
So it's produced by Team Love.
Oh!
Yeah. So
Right.
Team Love run Love Saves the Day and they
Yeah.
run Forwards Festival.
Oh, so they do both the festivals?
They do both of those festivals, the premier festivals in Bristol.
Oh, okay.
And together they are Team Love are part of Team Canteen, as is myself, the Pony Group, and Bianchi's group, and the Pipe and Slippers. We created Team Canteen in the pandemic. Okay, when we formed Breaking Bread. Remember Breaking Bread on the Downs?
No, I wasn't here, was I?
Yeah, it was a socially distanced restaurant. And then myself and Bianchi's and Team Love and the Pipe and Shona and Emmeline, we all did Breaking Bread. And then we created something called Team Canteen, which is a coalition of restaurant businesses and festival businesses that what we do is we funnel we use the natural resource of our companies to fight food insecurities in the city. Okay, so we have multiple projects through there, from feeding the homeless on Christmas Day to fish and chips. We put a fish and chip truck in Champion Square, to food boxes across the city. Loads of projects in there. Team Canteen is amazing. It's an amazing thing that it all come together and do.
So how wholesome are you?
Well,
if you were on the front row of a comedy show and I asked you what you did, I'd be furious.
I'd be like, how long? How long you got? Yeah.
Well, that's pretty amazing. And what a success these festivals are.
Right, they're amazing. I mean, I was going to look it up, but, just talk about my experience on it. So I feel like Love Saves the Day has been going since about 2012. I might be wrong. I need to ask someone.
If we are, here's the real date.
Yeah. And it started at a similar time that I started something called Eat, Drink, Bristol Fashion, but they survived and we didn't. And that was a food festival. So celebrate food culture within the city.
How many people do you think come to this festival?
About 10,000. Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
And this is Ashton Court, which is like we've got a massive, great big green space in Bristol.
I know.
There's lots of wildlife here. They have deer.
So Ashton Court was donated to the city
by the Smythes.
Yes, right.
The Smythes. They own, do you know what? Can I tell you something?
Yeah.
They own not my house, but they own the bit of land it's on, and I have to pay threepence.
So you have a long-standing lease?
Yes.
Is it like a 900-year lease, Jobby?
And it's like 99p every 6 years.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Where does it go?
To this lot. To these people. I'm like, excuse me?
I'll tell you what, we need to put some of that towards Ashton Court. The green space is amazing, but there's a technicality.
What?
Is that the land itself is actually in North Somerset.
What?
But the Ashton Court is owned by the city.
Don't touch the ground!
Yeah.
Don't touch it! So we're not in Bristol right now?
Well, if you look at county lines, no, because Bristol's a micro state. I've done this. Bristol's a micro sort of a micro canteen in itself. I think it's quite unusual, but let's not go there because I've already done that boring chat.
Look,
so I'm going back to the Avon chat.
Yeah. It's not boring. If you tell someone something 3 times, they understand it better.
Yeah, that's true.
You know?
Yeah. So, but what an incredible thing and an incredible asset to have for the city, and we are right here, right on the peripheries. It is on the west side of the city, so is what needs to be worked on now is how to have better transport links, and how do you make sure that the rest of the city feel welcome to come here.
Well, I've heard a rumour that they're like doing like our train station, Bristol Temple Meads, big up. I love the staff there; they're so lovely. And every time I walk through like this, they're always like, "Here she
Getting
is."
pasty?
Yeah. Oh yeah, get a nice pasty downstairs.
It's the smell when you walk down in that corridor. This pasty smell, it just gets me every time.
It's like smelling popcorn when you go to the cinema. You know, it just you're like, I'm home. But they're basically
that could be construed as something else. Don't put that in.
Cut that. Edit point, Kim. Thank you. Yeah, Bristol Temple Meads is about to get bigger, isn't it?
Yes. Wow.
They're having a big.
They're working on it.
We're getting shots.
Been talking about it for a long time.
Yeah.
But yeah, it will get there.
They're going to have to with our arena.
And they're going to put a station in down here as well with the extension of the stadium, which is right there.
Yeah.
They're going to put a new sort of small arena in, which is going to be basketball and hockey, and I think it's going to be an event arena indoor. I can't remember the numbers. Yeah, but you can do music as well, so an indoor arena. And they'll put a train station in to service that. So that'd be really good for here at Ashton Court. And then Ashton Court House has now been pulled out of the council, has been dropped into a charity trust, which as Team Canteen, we're Team Canteen hat on and Pony hat on, we're helping with. So we're going to be starting more community projects here in the house to kind of help revitalise it.
So in the building?
In the mansion.
Yeah, in the mansion.
Yeah, it's the mansion on the house, yeah. Yeah, but it's quite dilapidated. It needs...
I was in there recently.
Like, that is a 15 to 20 year project to bring it back to its former glory. But for me, like, that's the challenge. And I want to be there on the ground and help. And we're already involved, so it'll be good.
All this time, I just don't know how you fit it all in. I reckon there was an episode of Round the Twist once when I was younger, right?
Have you
ever felt like this?
Yeah.
When strange things happen, and then we're going round the twist.
I remember that.
And there was an episode where one of the girls, she needed to do so many things that she needed 2 of her. So she went in a cupboard in the house, in the lighthouse, and she came out and there were 2 of her.
Really?
Did they make
a wish?
And what?
Did they make a wish?
No, it's just a weird, strange things happen.
Queen's nose.
You're thinking of the 50p with harmony and melody.
No, I'm not. What about the Sandman? I remember him. He used to come out of the sand.
What, like in Spider-Man?
No. He used to look a bit like Bella. He had a bit of a moustache.
Or Bella. Yeah, so basically Linda, her name was, because I remember, because her clone was Adnil. Like she came out a mirror image of herself, and then basically Adnil got all the stuff Linda couldn't do. Adnil. So Linda backwards is Adnil.
Oh right, yeah, I can't do that.
No.
No chance. I was literally like, I was not figuring that out at all.
Josh can juggle 72 businesses, but understanding that was too far.
Yeah. It was. I'm just not my strong point. Words. Yeah.
You need a couple of you. I reckon I'm doing the podcast with your clone right now. That's what I think I'm doing. And the other we use cooking at the pony right now.
Exactly.
So there is going to be wind on this podcast. The listeners who don't watch it, I don't know why you're
Earth,
watching
Wind and Fire?
Like Earth. That's a good joke.
Yeah.
Oh dear, I'm losing my edge. He's going to start doing all the jokes and I'm going to have to make baked beans again. Yeah.
And the site is still under construction, so we might get a bit of construction noise.
But I think it adds to the atmos.
Yeah.
I think listeners, if you are only listening to this podcast, number one, have a look, because my outfit's insane.
Have you shown your shoes?
Yeah, I've got high vis on my shoes.
Yeah.
There we go. They asked me to put a jacket on. I said, no way, not over this. Just look at the shoes. That's enough. Any trouble on this field, I'll just put my feet in the air, all right? One of our first nights out together, that wasn't you cooking for me or trying to convince me to do an anti-banquet.
Yes.
Was one of our first days out together where we just, let loose and drank and had a good time, was the Massive Attack Festival.
Yeah, the Massive Attack gig, which was the day before forwards, was it? Or was it? No, it was the week before.
Week before they
Yeah,
used the
and they used the same venue.
They used the same venue.
And Team Love are massive in helping produce that.
I mean, you could probably fill in a bit more of stuff I miss out on this, but my understanding of that Massive Attack gig is it was like kind of the first of its kind.
Yeah, it was the very first of its kind in the UK, if not the world. Please check.
Because festivals, they are guzzlers of
energy.
Yeah. And so what they did is try to backtrack all of that by making it
carbon neutral
festival.
Yeah.
And what were the ways that they did that? Because
there was what the big thing was. One of the big things was battery power. Okay, so instead of using energy from the grid, they were charging battery power with sustainable energy.
I got this image in my head of a guy just in a high fist with his Duracells going, they're done.
No, I think they were big ones. They were massive ones.
Rubber, blow on them. Tricky's up there. His mic's gone. Blow on the batteries.
And then it was a lot to do with the waste management. The food offer was entirely vegan.
Yeah.
So like the whole principle of sustainability is it's not like, oh, we're sustainable and you're instantly better.
Yeah.
Because the sustainability is a journey. Yeah. You need to be on that journey and start to question the systems and how can we improve things. And that's what we do in the restaurants all the time. Yeah. I see things all the time thinking we need to be better at that. We need to improve that. But one has to run their business and their organization, allow it to survive. And then with the resource that you've generated, start to improve what you're doing.
We're always, when we go out for dinner with each other, you always talk about the chain of events that meant the food come to my plate. I always find out the backstory of every meal. You're like,
do I do that?
You always go, you're always like, I wonder if I won't say it out loud, but I wonder if this is frozen or if this is fresh, or there's like a chain of command. I just normally
Oh, we did it recently, didn't we?
Yeah,
after the SS Great Britain, we went for fish and chips because we'd been talking about it. Right, we need fish and chips. And then I was, then I was pulling it. Well, I wasn't pulling it apart, was I?
No, you were just like, you were interested in what we were eating, which was delicious, but also other things that they made. We won't say what it was because it'll give you a real indication of where we were, and it's
it was great.
We're not food bloggers, all right?
Yeah. By the way, it was delicious, but then I was talking about the provenance.
Yeah.
And how do you define that? And it's been on the news lately. I saw it last night.
It's current. It's relevant.
It's about, and this is a real thing about I won't divulge in here, but about some fish and chip shops are now serving catfish and passing it off.
Oh, I saw this.
But to be honest, I'm like, well, it's fish and chips. I have got thoughts on this. Like, if it says fish and chips, like, it's still a fresh piece of fish. It's not like, I think you got to be more worried about the frozen sausages, to be honest.
Yeah, I reckon, like, no one's
and then recently we can't get pollock anymore. Do you know why? Because McDonald's bought it all. The whole quota for the UK to turn it into fillet of fish.
I love them.
But does it say pollock? Does it say pollock when you buy it?
Doesn't ever say pollock.
So, how do we get to McDonald's pollock fillet of fish from the Massive Attack gig?
One of the great things about why this city is the center of the universe is the things that start here then set a precedent for the rest of the world. And that's exactly what happened at that Massive Attack gig, because they wanted to show everyone what it was like to do a carbon neutral festival, and really successfully.
And that's what you need to do within everything, especially with sustainability. You need to inspire, and you need to lead the way, and that's what they're doing. And I think Bristol is a world leader in festivals and music and culture. That's it's amazing.
Some people might wonder sometimes why we're doing such a niche podcast about why Bristol is the centre of the universe. And it's because it's global here. It's not just a city in a place in the UK. This city has a major effect on things that happen everywhere.
Yeah.
And so that's why this is interesting to us, because, look at what happened at that Massive Attack gig and imagine the effect that that's had on the festival scene in general. So many festivals, they get, you look at the devastation after Glastonbury and stuff with all those, all the tents and.
Yeah, they're getting good at that though.
Of course they are.
Yeah, and that's it's improvements, and that's another thing about Bristol and festivals. When Glastonbury's on, it's not on this year. All right, there's no one in Bristol.
No.
Everyone kind of leaves and goes to Glastonbury. But actually, Team Love, who run Love Saves the Day, they run Silver Haze. That's their other big thing. They run the whole of Silver Haze in Glastonbury. And it's all about how do we make it better? How do we increase the culture? How do we make the experience better? How do we save the land? How do we improve? It's not driven by direct capitalism, and that's really, I think that's really important.
As we've said before, and we'll say it again, Bristol is an improving city all the time. You know, we've got a deep history of things that weren't done very well in the past. We've spoken about this loads, but it's always trying to be better and improve itself. And look, it you know, that was a tremendous success for them, and it was amazing that Massive Attack, which is let's be honest, is a real asset for the city.
Yeah.
Some say Massive Attack put us on the map. Some say it was Brunel, but I reckon it's Massive Attack.
The food will be here in a minute.
Oh,
yeah.
What are we eating?
And do you know
Josh?
what? Well, just because we're talking about Massive Attack and we're talking about food, so Shona's bringing the food. She does all the on-site crew catering here. Part of Team Canteen. Well, she leads Team Canteen. And at the same time today, she's doing cooking food for Massive Attack because they're rehearsing.
What are the chances?
Yeah. Lunch and dinner. So she's cooking for us today and for Massive Attack and for the whole of Love Saves the Day crew.
Me and Daddy G have met before.
Yeah, I've met. Yeah.
Yeah, but like
what do you mean?
I was quite
like what?
Can I tell you a story?
On. Yeah.
So it's the first time I ever went to St Paul's Carnival. Another Bristol. Sadly, not going to happen this year.
Yeah, it's just,
they can't get it together. Bless them. But they're doing their best.
Yeah,
they've got.
It always comes back.
Yeah, of course, and they'll be doing something on that day. They won't, you know.
Yeah.
It's been cancelled before, but it's a real shame for the city because it's again an asset to our culture. So my first ever St Paul's Carnival, I had 3 jobs in Bristol, right? I was like, I was nuts. I was working at Tantric Jazz on St Nicholas Street. I was working in a call centre in Stokes Croft. And I was also, in the morning on 3 of the days of the week, I was the traffic radio controller for all the traffic news on the radio.
Really?
If you're travelling up the M32 today, just be aware that there is a jackknife lorry causing a spill out onto the central reservation of a bunch of chickens. I can't believe I remember doing that. Yeah. Was
that a real story?
It's a real story, yeah. Basically, you had to read from these bullet points. I was like, can you just give me a script, please? But you had to make up. I was rubbish at this job. I reckon
it sounds like a bit of practice for you.
Well, I was like 19, 20 years old. My mate had got me the job. I was absolutely rubbish. And the reason I left was I went to St Paul's Carnival. And a lot of stuff happened at that festival. At that carnival, sorry. I ended up in Star and Garter. And as you do. And then I went in and then they were like, oh, we're going to go to another place, get in this car. And I was like, you know, yeah, all right then. Yeah. As you do in Bristol. Don't get into all cars in Bristol. It's different time, all right?
Yeah.
But I was like 19, 20 years old. They were like, get in this van. I was like, yeah, fine, whatever. But we were all in this van. There were no windows. It was pitch black. And then someone was like, I could feel there was about maybe 9 people in the back of this van, right? Maybe there was less, but it felt there was some people, but we were in pitch black darkness. Anyway, someone was like, I've got a lighter in here somewhere. Let's turn it all on. Just all these Bristolian voices in this van.
It sounds great.
Someone went, I got a lighter. And then they flicked the lighter on and sat right in front of me. I was like, fuck, it's Daddy G. He won't remember, but I do. And then brilliant. We got taken away. We went somewhere. Then we all got kettled by the police.
What was that? What's that?
But kettling's where they like need to hold you in an area whilst they do some investigation. Something had happened. I'm not going to talk about it, but something had happened, and they were just worried that they didn't want people to leave the area because there had been an incident.
Okay.
So we were all sort of, and it was a nice kettling. I'll be honest. It wasn't stressful. We were all quite nice to each other. We were there for a little while as well. But it went on and on and on to the point where I actually had to go into the traffic news place the next day at 6 a.m. and I'd had no sleep. So they've got me giving out traffic news to the entire of the West Country, absolutely hanging out of my arse.
That sounds very Bristolian. Sounds quite similar today.
Yeah. Well, I wasn't going to tell anyone because this outfit is covering a multitude of sins. But last night I went to Patso. And you got a phone call about me being there last night, didn't you?
I did when I was outside picking you up.
What did he say to you?
He said he's inviting me around for lunch because he'd been let down. So I was, you know, the backup invite. But and I said, oh no, I can't. We're doing a pod with Jayde. He said he reckons he'd made you about 25 double margaritas last night. Yeah. He was impressed. Well, do you know what? I am known in my friendship circles about how good I am on a hangover. Oh, I fancy a margarita now. I really would love a margarita. Can we have one? Hold
Yeah,
on. Shall
so-
I just call Shona and ask her?
Shona.
I'm
Hi,
30.
Shona.
Hi, you all right?
Hi. Yeah, I'm just about to leave.
Okay, well, there's no rush.
No rush, babe.
Jade's in a bad way. Have you got any
Yeah.
Have you got any hair of the dog?
I'm just bringing some ice and some cups. I'm trying to find something.
Okay. I
Oh,
knew she'd have it.
Shona.
I knew she'd have it
Cider.
sorted.
Do you want cider?
Cider.
There ain't nothing more Bristolian than cider.
I got Thatcher's. Will that do?
Yes, give us some Factors Gold and some
Yeah.
free advertising for our
perfect.
favourite people.
And I got a bag of ice. I've managed to scavenge loads of good stuff for you.
She is on the
Perfect.
hustle. Well done, Shona.
And then
Alright.
I got to go straight down to deliver their lunch as well.
Massive
We've already
attack.
told her massive
Just
attack.
Massive
Yeah.
attack.
'Cause
There, just like really casual. Yeah, just I got to deliver their lunch as well. But
All right, see you in a minute.
Right,
Where
bye.
is it? I don't know where I'm going to. be honest.
Behind the transmission stage.
Which one's that?
The one that looks like a big transmitter.
basically, if you're facing the main stage, turn around and you'll see my shoes.
It's in the top. It's in the top
Up the
left.
top.
Top left.
All right then.
All right, bye.
I mean, I just can't believe we're here, to be honest.
It's
with
nice,
you.
isn't it? It's lovely.
So what else happens on? I just want to talk about this actual field in Bristol because it's not just this. We have quite a few festivals that happen in Ashton.
Balloon
Court.
Festival.
So I wanted to get onto the Balloon Festival. The Balloon Fiesta.
It's a Fiat. Yeah.
Because I didn't want this podcast to be, you know, us just talking about the suspension bridge. You know, I've got an issue with that. But we've got a few things that we are famous for, okay? And one of them is balloons are us, okay? I've been in, how many balloon runs you been on? I'm
One.
on the 8th. One, yeah.
Hold on.
What?
No, I think it's 2. Yeah, I've done one in the Balloon Festival and I've done one in Chew Valley.
My dream, right, is I want to take off in the Balloon Fiesta. You know, when they go off.
Yeah, we could probably do this.
Yes, and record a pod.
So the
I've
balloon.
never been in one.
Let's do that then.
then.
The Balloon Fiesta
It's
this
silent.
year. The bus is going to be there this year. Pony Farm bus.
Fantastic. I want to explain to our listeners, watchers, what the Balloon Fiesta is.
Go on then.
because you don't have this in your city. Basically, we love a hot air balloon here. We've got Cameron balloons and it's got a bit, you know, it's got out of hand really, but every time you see a picture of Bristol, there's balloons in it.
Yeah, yeah.
And they're beautiful. And every year they have a big festival celebrating the balloons and they have the night glow, which if you've never been to,
The night glow is great. Isn't it?
it's so good. They basically make the balloons dance. All of the pilots, they light their balloons up
Yeah.
with their tanks in time to a current piece of pop music. And it is so much fun. All the kids go there.
Yeah.
There's loads of food and stuff. So you're gonna have the pony farm.
Pony Farm bus is going this year. Yeah, and we're going to be doing some classes for the kids, little pizza classes, and we're going to be selling some pizzas to raise money for the bus. And I think it's just a nice bit of local culture that goes into it. You know,
We've got the balloons that we have as well. I think that's really important for us to talk about what type, because we've got we have a Darth Vader balloon. Nothing
Yeah.
more Bristolian than that.
well, this is where he's from.
David Price, R.I.P. He's one of our boys.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Didn't you?
don't you know
The
that?
man inside of the Darth Vader costume
Yeah.
is our guy.
But they changed. He
his
was
voice.
quite upset about him changing his voice because he was going to be like, "You're Luke. He's your father." Can you imagine that? It's just not going to work, is it?
There is footage of him doing the lines
Yeah.
in his really strong Bristolian accent. You are a traitor with a rebel alliance. That's not my joke. That's not my joke, okay? Thank you, Bill Bailey, I think.
You are part of the Rebel Alliance and a traitor. Take her away.
David
Yeah, but
Price
Bill Bailey's good
is a
at
big,
it.
tall bloke, and he was the inside of the
Yeah,
costume, and then they
6'5".
replaced him with James Earl Jones
As the voice.
as the voice.
R.I.P. recently.
R.I.P. We're losing them all, okay?
Yeah.
But David Price is one of our best exports, I'd say.
Yeah, and his son worked for me at Queen Square, Eat, Drink, Bristol Fashion. There
Did
you go.
he?
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
God. I love it when everything comes together in
Yeah.
this beautiful. Who hasn't?
And he had a
you?
tattoo of Darth Vader on his leg.
You would, wouldn't you? Though?
Well, yeah.
You'd be like,
Yeah.
who's your dad? You'd be like, him.
yeah. yeah.
Imagine going to school and your dad's Darth Vader. You know?
Yeah. It's amazing.
You're like, my
isn't it?
dad could beat your dad. Yeah, but my dad could like strangle you from over the other side of the room using the force. But we have a big balloon for him. We got a Rupert. There's a Rupert the Bear as well. There is a big Durex one which is quite famous. Everyone goes hee 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 when the condom one goes up in the air.
Yeah.
I've
There's
always,
loads, isn't there?
there's so many
I
of
can't
them.
think of any though.
Fox Cruise has taken me and Joe Sims up. We've been up in I'm on 8. I'm on 8 balloon rides
Are you?
now. Yeah, I think so. And there's the Bristol Balloon Company. Yes.
Cameron Balloons. Cameron Balloons started it. And I think Mr. Cameron is still around. I mean, I don't know how many years has it been going? It's a long time.
Long, it's 20 odd years. No, 30,
No, it's 30 plus.
1979.
The Balloon Fiesta's been going since 1979.
40, hold on, what am I? 45 years. Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the largest hot air balloon festival in Europe.
Amazing.
Take that, Turkey.
Turkey's not part of Europe.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Well, I think about 90% of the country is in Asia, and then where Istanbul is, the river, there's a tiny bit in European continent. And they call Europe a continent, but it's not really a continent. It's a peninsula off of Asia, but who cares?
You just sometimes you just reel off these facts that I'm like, it's amazing, and it's amazing that you retain this information.
Yeah, but that might disappear in a week.
Yeah,
And then you get something else goes in.
Yeah. Now you've said that, it's expelled and it's
yeah.
done. Yeah.
Cameron Balloons, the balloon company that make balloons, they started a festival. And it's like endured the test of time. And fair play, you know, I've been trying to start a culturally appropriate food festival for years, and we do run a few, obviously. But what I think's amazing is solidifying that legacy, and it continues. Like St. Paul's Festival, like Cameron Balloon Festival, like Love Saves the Day. You know, we just need to, you know, all hell. You know, hopefully, long live Fodder Festival. I'd love to see that become a culturally important festival for the city. And before that, we had the Organic Food Festival, and that was massive. I remember I used to work at the Olive Shed. I was a head chef at the Olive Shed, and the Organic Food Festival was insane. They used to have about 300,000 people at one point turned up one year, the whole of the docks, and there's thousands of people, and it stopped because they had funding problems, and it's a real shame. So trying to really kind of, how do we get something going that works for the people and for the city, and not, you know, capitalism, is that's one of my big objectives, really, to kind of solidify that and keep it going.
I spent 5 years of my life working at festivals because I was a priest in an inflatable church. Right? My life is not relatable.
I cannot.
My life is not relatable. Try and relate to me. You can't. I was a priest in an inflatable church. I married thousands of people.
Yeah. Where was it? What festival was that?
So it was all over. So we did Electric Picnic, we did Rock Nest, we did Glastonbury Festival.
Oh, right.
If you are out there and I've married you, please comment on. There's a few people that follow me, so they might do it. There's people that I've married, lots of people. I've done 15 real weddings as well. I did one last year. If someone says I'm getting married, I'm like, who's marrying you? And I'm like, I'm doing it. I said it once to these two fans of mine who are now mates of mine, two lesbians from Dagenham. And they had TV's Jayde Adams marrying them down at the Bedford in Balham.
Yeah, really?
We
should go. You can get married at the Pony. We should just put you on the roster. The
I'm
Pony.
in.
Yeah.
Well, I'm on the roster at St. Peter's Hospice in Brentry.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I went to visit. There, it was an amazing visit. I met a big fan of mine. I was talking about marrying people. They were like, "Oh, we need celebrants." And I was like, "I'll do it." And basically, they were like, "How quickly can you get here?" Because obviously sometimes people are really unwell and they want to get married.
How many have you
stuff.
done?
I haven't done any yet, but I'm on call.
You're on
so
call.
I could get a call right now saying, "Oi, get to St. Peter's Hospice stats."
Oh, that'd be me in the van. Oh, all right.
Come on, Josh. I'd love to turn up to St. Peter's Hospice wearing this to marry someone. It'd be fabulous, wouldn't it? Do you know what's really weird and how I got into the church? I was in Bristol, and it was.
This is the inflatable church.
The inflatable
church.
Yeah.
Just making that clear. Yeah.
The inflatable church is.
It's not the church.
It's owned by Matt the Hat, who owns Street Food Circus Festival in Wales. I met them because there was this building being knocked down by opposite Redcliffe, and I saw it in
where the car
paper.
park is now.
Yes.
Yeah.
So they turned it into this theatre space just before it was knocked down.
Oh, nice.
Which is like in 2008. I just finished uni. And I'd seen it in the paper and I was wanting some space to put shows on. So I was like, all right, I'll go. And I basically ended up doing this show there. And as I was walking through, I met a girl in the corridor who I'd not seen for 5 years. And she was like, "Hey, Jayde." And I was like, "Hey." And she went, "Hang on, what are you doing next weekend?" And I went, "Nothing." She went, "Do you want to come and be a priest in an inflatable church?" And I went, "Yeah."
Of course she did. Yeah.
She's called Hannah Morris. She runs a big sort of props making and set building company called Bakehouse Factory.
Oh, nice.
And they're Bristol as well, so big up.
Yeah.
And she basically, meeting her was a real sliding doors in my life, because from that church I met my best friend Babs. I worked at Milgie. I wouldn't have become a comedian because I had that encouragement from that restaurant I worked in Cardiff. I'm still not better than Bristol, but I had a fantastic time when I lived in Cardiff.
Yeah.
But anyway, ended up going on tour with the festival crew, and we'd pitch up in the festival. We'd get there, we'd sleep, we'd eat shit and breathe fucking and we'd have like a tent next door to the church that everyone got ready in. So there was like bridesmaids dresses.
Nice.
There, like everyone had an outfit.
But it's fun
on.
in there.
It was really fun. And and people, there were some real genuine ones. I married this couple called Kath and Simon, and I still remember their names to this day. She'd had a bout of cancer, and he really loved her, and she'd just got into remission, and they wanted to renew their vows together. So they came in, and it was so emotional. We all cried at this festival. Everyone came in. They had a congregation. People were like climbing out of the church. It was so packed in there because they wanted to be part of this gorgeous couple's celebrations.
Oh, look, it's here.
Shane is here. I'll carry on in a minute.
We've got it on the camera right here. Yeah, it's great.
Drive-in show. Look at this. Meals on Wheels, baby. Oh my God.
Right, so Shona just been. She's doing crew catering.
Yeah.
Right, so I know I did it at the start, but we do a little bit of a complicated web. So here, Team Love Love Saves a Day. Shona does all the crew food on site from Emmeline Cafe, which is Spike Island. She also runs Team Canteen, and Shona's part of Team Canteen, as is the Pony Group, as is Team Love, and the Bianchi's Group, and Pipe and Slippers, and now Toby from we used to be the Pump House. So restaurants are a privilege; they are exclusive. So my big thing is, how do I make my restaurants more accessible, and the things that I do more accessible to everyone? That's what's important. Anyway, what we got here?
We've got a green juice here.
It's
which
delicious.
Is fantastic.
Which is actually, this is a reuse. It's in Float Barista. This is a local made oat milk. But again, upcycling the green juice from Emmeline, which is actually really delicious.
So delicious. I got a little Barocca. She bought me some Barocca because she knows I'm in a fragile state. So I got a little Barocca in there. It's absolutely delicious. But I also got a Thatcher's Gold.
Yeah. Perfect.
Thatcher's.
I'm falling off my seat.
I'm just going to do another pitch, all right? I do it every episode. Thatcher's Gold. We want you.
Cheers,
we're giving you a free one now. I'm giving you a freebie so you know exactly what it's like to get advertising from us, but we want a contract, okay? I want a full Thatcher's Gold contract, all right? Look how good it'd be.
Yeah.
Quite like a Thatcher's
What did you do at a
Gold.
festival? You drink a Thatcher's.
Drink a Thatcher's Gold, don't you?
Yeah, exactly that.
Yeah, thank God for that. Hair of the dog. Gorgeous.
Right, Drew, ready for some lunch?
Ready for some lunch? What's she bought us?
Well, I just want to say a quick note. I'm not biased, but this is my professional opinion as a cook about what I think about these toasted sandwiches, all right?
You're not biased. She's your love, but also your professional opinion as a chef is that these are the best toasties
Right, here we go.
in the universe.
Look at that. Got salad as well.
I'm such a lucky girl. Why am I so lucky?
Everyone loves a toasted sandwich, don't they?
Yeah.
What I like about these, and this is always what I'm always going on about, really, is I talk about it with burgers as well. It's about I quite like a burger with like loads of fresh stuff in it, fresh salad. I know the trend is to do a smash burger and fill it full of like loads of sauce, but the reason these toasted sandwiches are good for me is that they make the grilled cheese sandwiches with the cheese and the ham, or whether it's leek or goat cheese. Once you do that, you get them really toasty and pressed, and then afterwards you pull them back open and then stuff it with like jalapenos and gherkins and mustard and lettuce. You get like best of both worlds. You get nice freshness. That's what I think is good.
A nice fresh crunch in a hot thing. You know?
Yeah.
Something that's already been cooked
Look at that.
and you're stick. Do you know what? Should I tell you what I hate the most
Yeah, tell
in
me.
the whole wide world? And I think it's disgusting when they do it. Why are you putting salad in pre-made sandwiches in any shop anywhere? By the end of the day, you're not going to have that lettuce, are you?
Nope.
Needs to be in. The amount of times I've had to pulled lettuce out of a sandwich. You need a quick sandwich in a fix, and you like pulling like old rocket out your mouth. Oh, it's awful.
Do you know what's bad? It's really cold.
Oh,
You're
not wrong. Sorry. Why am I apologising? I'm enjoying my food.
so.
Oh, you're not wrong about that, are you?
No, it's great.
What's in it?
We got rocket. Done in the right way.
Jam, rocket, gherkins, but that's at the end.
Say it
Before
Say it again.
jam, rocket, gherkins.
Gherkins.
I don't think I can say it. How do you bring
Gherkin.
gherkin? No, I can't do it.
Gherkin. He's not even putting it on.
That was good. Do you want one?
Wow.
Come on.
Dig in, lads.
And I keep telling boss, can you tell him to
What?
go to Emily and just fucking have one of these?
Boss Finesse. Get to Emmeline, please. This is an amazing sandwich. Do you know what? Fuck boss. We're doing it.
Mm.
I was with him last night. He was dressed as a banana.
Really?
Yeah, he was at the party as well.
Why did you dress as a banana?
Because it was fancy dress. Me and my best friend went to Selma Louise.
So there was no theme.
No, the theme was TV and film.
So was he Banana Man?
It was the only costume he had.
No, really. I had to get dressed for Halloween once. I was really busy. I think I might have told you this, but I was really busy. I was working for the Olive Shed. It was a long time ago, and I said to my dad, "Can you get me something for Halloween? They want us to dress up." He went to this shop and hired me a costume, and he said, "I thought you could go as a werewolf," which sounds like a good idea because it's Halloween, but it turns out they didn't have any werewolf outfits, so I was just a giant squirrel. And I had this massive fucking tail that I had to kind of like tie it on my head because it was huge. And I just had a really like cuddly, fluffy belly.
You sound adorable.
And I just thought I'll just have to go with it. And
Is there a photo?
no, it's a long time ago, like before we all had cameras on our phones. Do you know what I mean?
You were aware.
It went down well. Everyone absolutely pissed themselves.
We're famous. We're in the pony paper. This is your paper, because just another little business for you. Now you've become a newspaper owner.
We do 2 a year.
Yeah.
It's called the pony paper. It's because we have got a lot going on. I know that. There's a lot of community stuff going on, but it's not completely narcissistic. It's not all about us. It is about food and culture, and we give space to other hospitality businesses. So we try to promote a couple of different hospitality businesses or projects, each paper for free as well. So we write it, produce it, pay for it. Yeah. And who's in it?
Me and you.
Yeah, we got
This is great.
talking about the podcast.
We've got a whole bloody page. Talking of independent journalism and music festivals, bringing it back round to the theme. Crack magazine.
Yeah, Crack magazine
One
are
of our
great.
biggest exports. So I've got a link to Crack magazine. I went to school with Jake Appleby and Tom Frost, and not only did I go to school with them, I was Tom Frost's first girlfriend, and I'm his first kiss. He's not mine. Slag. We kissed. We went to. He won't mind me telling this. He tells everyone this story.
Oh, he does.
Yeah.
He told me.
Tom Frost and I, we went to see Independence Day at Showcase Cinema in Brislington on our first date.
Independent. What a great movie.
I know, it's so good.
Yeah.
We snogged during it. His first, not mine. He was also eating at the same time. He'd got an unstoppable gobstopper, a big gold.
Yeah, those big ones at the
Massive.
showcase. Yeah, I remember those.
For some reason, his tongue started bleeding. And then what happened is the next day, went into Redcliffe, my school, and the rumour was that I bit his tongue.
Of course.
Of course it was. It was look, I'm here to say it to this day to anyone that I went to Redcliffe with. Tom Frost's tongue bled because of a gobstopper, not because of this gob, okay? I'm a beautiful kisser. He'll remember well.
Is that the myth that you're busting?
Yeah.
My myth bust today is I'm a great kisser. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's good. We needed a myth.
Yeah.
We were struggling.
We were thinking about it in the car on the way over. Look at that. It's come to me.
Yeah,
Who's
there you go.
hungover? Not
We were
me.
chatting about it while you were in the toilet,
Yeah, exactly.
while you were in the long job. We need a myth. Go
So
on.
Crack magazine. So both the lads, I think they went to Cardiff University. So
Yeah.
our friends from school, they both went to Cardiff University to study journalism. And then they started this magazine like fucking years ago. And
It's national, isn't it?
Yeah, it's national.
Yeah, it's national.
And it's cool as hell. It's so...
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I open it and look at it and I'm like, I don't know anything.
No idea.
I don't know what's happening.
Their level of music expertise is pretty phenomenal.
Yeah,
And it's still going. It's still in print as well, which a lot of journalism is now gone digital, but they're still printing the magazines. It's one of our, it's a Bristol institution, Crack magazine, and it's again another sort of international piece of legendary shit coming out of this great city. Snack of the week with Jayde and Josh. Gert Lash.
Tell you what I ate yesterday.
Go on.
I do two things. So yesterday I was out, and I was going to say this. I was out delivering papers. So with
his son. Can I just say, took his son out, 8 years old, making him work.
Yeah, he was having a good time. In snacks.
Do you know what? That's how you got me to do the anti-bank.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I loved it actually. So I saw so many people yesterday. We delivered about 8,000 papers to different restaurants, and you pop in and you end up having a cup of tea and having a chat with people, and then you just connecting, getting out, and that was nice. What did we do? We bought there's a new little pizza slice place at Waffin Wharf. I thought that was great. We shared one little slice of pizza there. I think it's called Ernie's. And then Max was hungry again after that. About an hour later, we only had one slice because I'm like, let's do small and keep finding more stuff. That's the fun thing to do. And then we did actually go up to Clifton Village.
ADHD.
We went to Milk Bun.
Oh, Milk Bun.
Yeah.
Milk Bun in Clifton. I've not been
that was
there.
really good. And
I
I think Milk Bun is underrated. I think actually, out of all the burger shops, it's probably one of the best, if not the best.
We've got some real smashers here. We've got Danny's Burger.
Danny's is very good.
It's a very delicious burger. I'm loving a bit of ooey at the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been in ooey recently. We've got some great burger places, but you're saying Milk Bun's up there?
Definitely. Yeah. Well, to be honest, the bun is fantastic. But it was all really good.
Okay, I got something for our listeners and watchers. Lads, what's your best burger in Bristol?
Yeah, that'd be a good one.
Listen to that alliteration. Best burger in Bristol. Tag us. Send us where you want us to go for our burgers.
What
it's
about...
great in the accent, isn't it? Burger. As we're here, I'd like to really highlight another fantastic festival in Bristol, which I don't know if you've ever been along to because you are not a gay, but there is a big Pride festival that happens here.
I popped up last year, but I was helping with a little team canteen coffee hat.
Oh, fabulous. Yeah, I went on coffee there. But basically, Darren Carter has been championing all of the LGBT Pride events in the city, and it's getting bigger and bigger and bigger. It's been running for this amount of time. And I've actually been working for Bristol Pride for 15 years. And last year on stage at the Bristol Vic, and my 15th year of hosting the Bristol Pride comedy show that happens in the week of Pride, because it's a whole week, because you can't give gays just one day. No, they need 7. And on one of the days, I host a comedy show. It's happening this year as well. And they presented me with a badge. Here's the badge. And the badge is, I haven't got it on today. It didn't go with the outfit. And the badge is a 15 years of service to Bristol Pride badge. Because when you do the job I do, you don't often have a colleague or anything. As I told you, it's quite a lonely world, the old comedy world. And so it's nice to be sort of, getting I've been at the same
part of that
job.
Community.
Yeah. Last year was the first year I DJ'd for them as well. Because
yeah, remember that?
Yeah, I was really nervous because I'm a really brand new DJ, because everyone in Bristol's a DJ.
Yeah.
So I got to do it.
Except for me.
Yeah. Yes, the next thing you were doing.
No,
I'm going to give you some
I don't
lessons.
think I'm ever going there. It's just,
You're going to get on the 1s and 2s?
No.
No? Do loads of food-based songs. Food, glorious food. And then into like dubstep. Hot sausage and mustard.
I think you should do that.
Yeah, that's this year.
Yeah,
okay?
yeah.
So
yeah.
I'm performing this year at the after show party. Jodie Harsh is DJing. I'm also on the poster, which is hilarious. I'm not the best DJ yet, but I bring the vibes.
Yeah.
But the festival is ran. It's one of our greatest assets in the city. It's on the Downs, and they've got like an amazing. Every year the lineup just gets better and better. and it's a real labour of love for them. They don't, you know, it's a hard thing to do. There was one year they couldn't even put it. It was on for a while, and then basically it had to go away. And then Darren and his team have been making it what it is to this day. And there's a whole week of rude. They put a big pop festival on the Downs in July.
Yeah.
It's always absolutely baking as well, and they have loads of amazing acts playing.
And hold on, what are you doing this year?
So I am DJing, aren't I?
On the boat.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So I've got another DJ gig because there's only one DJ in Bristol at the moment, and that's Jayde Adams.
But that's for Pride.
Yeah,
it's a
for
fringe
Pride.
event for Pride.
Yeah, it's a fringe event for Pride Day, you know. So BFF Lesbian Social is a community for lesbians in Bristol. And they are putting on an event on a boat called 100 Lesbians on a Boat, and I'm DJing it.
Nice.
LL Cool Jayde. Ladies love Cool Jayde. I'm gonna have such a good time. And we're basically going up.
Sounds like last night.
No, nothing happened last night. We're going up and down the Avon for 3 hours. A bunch of lesbians, all looking chic as fuck. It's going to be quite
amazing.
the scene. So that is on the 27th of June. Tickets are sold out. They sold out in just like a couple of hours, basically.
Really?
Lesbians really want to get on a boat. So what's probably important to mention to you about Bristol Pride is it brings in 3.3 million into the local economy, which is fucking amazing.
Really?
And they've got 47,000 people attending the events. And
That's amazing.
it's amazing, isn't it? These are the acts that they've had so far. This is what they're bringing to Bristol. Khalees, Jake Shears from the Scissor Sisters, Kim Wilde, Natalie Imbruglia, Carly Rae Jepsen, Busted. Gays
Natalie
love,
Imbruglia?
Yeah, gays love an old... What they'd love is a pop star who's got a tax bill to pay. The gays will turn up in droves to an act from the past who's coming out with a new album. But the worst thing they could ever say on that stage is, here's one from my new album. No one wants that.
Right. I think we got to go because we've got an entire workforce behind that cherry picker waiting to finish building this festival. I mean, it's Sunday. I think they're quite happy, but, you know, I don't want to get in trouble for them not finishing.
No, let's go.
Let's go then.
All right, well,
All right.
that was the
Cheers,
Sound of
then.
the Universe podcast. Cheers, then. It feels so abrupt, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does, yeah.